Alright, so we're cooking. We're gonna need some things. Seeing it right now. Pans, pot, rice. Got some burger. Oh, we're gonna need some plates. We'll get the small one first. Get it out. And we're gonna need some stuff. Well, let's see, we need some seasonings. Chipotle, breadcrumbs. Yeah, some turmeric. Chili powder. Oh, some salt. Definitely need some salt. Oh, that's cumin. Don't really want that for this. There's my garlic. Gotta have that. So we get our pot. Here's our pan of grease. Get our pot on the stove. Don't need to turn it on quite yet. We got our rice. So for our rice, we're using regular rice. So get out a measuring cup. Look at it. Bag. 2 cups. 1 cup. 2 cups water. 1 cup rice. So go ahead and get that measuring cup up. Get filled up with water. We want 2 cups. I pour a little bit extra water into there just because of evaporation during the boiling process. So here we go. Now get the oven on. The oven on high. Measure out our rice. 1 cup of rice. 1 cup of rice for every 2 cups of water. 1 cup. 1 cup. For 2 dishes, it's more than enough. For 2 servings, it's more than enough. So, while we're waiting on our water to boil, we're going to throw some olive oil in there. And then we need salt. So let's go ahead and get some salt in there. A little liberal with it. And, some garlic. Definitely get some garlic in there. Let's see, what else are we going to play with today? Oh yeah, we need a spatula. Deciding if I need that second one. I know I will, but not quite yet. So let's go ahead and wait for the water to boil. And while we're waiting for it to boil, let's go ahead and get started on the prep for the patties, I should say. So let's go ahead and pour some breadcrumbs on our small plate. And we want to season that up. So let's see, we got the salt, chipotle, turmeric, chili. Yes, chili. A little bit more breadcrumbs. A little bit more. I'll take the larger chunks out here real quick. Alright, let's form up a patty. You want to get these as about medium thickness. Probably not more than a 1/4 pound at most. And get them formed up nice and flat. Now, this one I did a little too thin, but for what we're doing right now, it's going to eat up just fine. So we press down the patty into the breadcrumbs, and we go ahead and put some breadcrumbs on top. Go ahead and do our seasoning. Go ahead and re-season. Try to keep it consistent, same seasonings as before. Chili, garlic, turmeric, salt. And chipotle. Yummy. By the way, for turmeric, just to let you know, anything you put turmeric in or on will have a yellowish tint to it. The grease, the meat, the veggies, the gravy, doesn't matter. but it's a good herb to use, and whatever's clever. So we got one patty done. We're going to go ahead and get started on the second one. Oh, there's a little beef nugget there. So let's go ahead and reseason. Repeat process. Yep. Season. Now, for those of you who are going, how much do I use of each? That's up to you. And I am making the second patty a little bit thicker, so it doesn't spread out so much when I press it down. After a while of cooking and playing with your seasonings, with certain things, you're going to be able to eye judge it. And when you get to that stage, enjoy the quickness. Yep, get it pressed. Alright. Yeah, we're not going to coat the top too much because, like I said, I don't like waste, so I want to go ahead and do a little bit of cleanup after I get done playing with that. A little cleaning, rinsing of the hands. A little slap dry or air dry. Grab myself a paper towel. Yeah, go ahead and get that burger wrapped up for later. I ended up cooking burgers out of those anyway, so it's all good. Yeah, there's the breadcrumbs. Put those off to the side. Yep. A little cleanup. Get everything as clean as possible. Try to keep it clean as possible. It helps. It works. Makes life a little better. Water's boiling. So the rice is ready to go in. So let's go ahead and get the rice in. I'll try to tap it out. That ain't working. I'll go ahead and use the spat and get that rice out. Get it in the water. Stir it up a little bit. Get the rest of that out. Like I said, get it down to the lowest temp you can for cooking. Yep, see, there you go. Gotta get that low. You don't want it boiling too quick or else the rice won't cook properly. Yep, there's a lid. Need to lid that bad boy up. So let's go ahead and get that done. And rice takes the longest to cook, so you need to plan out your meal and get everything going right timing wise, or else your meal will have parts that are cold and parts that are hot. Now, I want some gravy, but I'm out of brown gravy because obviously I got beef. And could I make my own? Yeah, I could, but time is of the essence, folks, so I'm gonna pick what I've got the most of, and that was turkey gravy. Now for gravy, stainless. Use a stainless pan. Do not use Teflon, and you're about to find out why. See, I mean, you may not be able to see it, but it's kind of chunky. It's kind of, clumped, the gravy anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a fork. This is why you use stainless. Do not use Teflon. Try to separate, try to smush, try to get all of those little clumps completely powderized. You're not going to do it all, but try to get as much of it, completely uncaked as possible. It helps the boiling process, and it ensures that you don't have clumps in your gravy. Now, you ever tasted powdered gravy? It's yummy stuff. Salt. Tastes delicious. I love salt. Oh, yeah. Besides, I'm trying to keep my oven clean. It works. So, are we all... Yeah, I'm just being a little anal retentive about my powder there, trying to make sure it's all nice and uncaked. Yeah, it is what it is, right? So, what do we got, and what are we going to do next? Okay, so I need a cup of water for my gravy. Cup of water. Now, when it's powderized like this, it helps to pour it off to the side so it doesn't get all clumpy after you just got done unclumping it. Now you take your fork and you whisk it. Notice you see the steam coming out of the rice, so we know that's cooking still. And again, it's on low heat, so we don't have too much to worry about. And here I am, stirring up the gravy, making sure all of the powder at the bottom is now mixed in. So let's keep doing that. Like I said, I'm anal retentive when it comes to stuff. I love my cooking. I want to try and get as close to perfect as I can. The more time you've got into it, the more experience you've got into it, the more you care about what you're doing. It makes all the difference in the world, trust me. Well, I'm going to season up the gravy. I want some rosemary. Oop, drop of Tabasco. Nice. Yeah, there's the rosemary. And there's my cayenne. A little bit, not too much. Get that stirred up just a little bit. Stirred up just a little bit. Rosemary adds a nice kind of earthy flavor to it. Really good. I wanted some spice. Taste was good. I enjoyed it. And you can see the olive oil there. Swish the pan around a little bit. Kind of see the rice trying to stick together. That's why you want to stir it up a little bit here and there. Yep. Time for a drink. It's hot in the kitchen. Time for some drinkage. And this episode is not brought to you by Powerade one bit. But if you want to sponsor me, go for it, because I drink a lot of your product. So, time to start the oiling and the heating up. I've got some oil in there, but I'm going to add a little bit more, just to get it kind of level with the burger's middle portion, bottom portion. And why am I tasting the gravy? Well, I've used it before. I want to see if the gravy is broke and overly burnt, so I can see if I can use it again. I knew it wasn't, but, you know, edification. So, stir up the gravy, and let's get everything. Yep, there's me going into a bit about the gravy and about the oil, letting you know that if it's too burnt, don't use it. And it wasn't. So, we're going to look for some veggies to use for tonight's dinner, and I think we may have found it. Yep, corn and gravy. Beautiful combo. Can opener. Necessity of every good kitchen. Yeah, get that corn going. Try not to use stuff with too much sodium in it. Try to stay a little healthy. Grab a bowl. Get the corn in it. Keep everything clean. Take the bowl, put it in the microwave. Now, when it comes time, it's going to get 2.5 minutes, because I want that corn to stay nice and hot while we get everything plated up. But we stir up the rice. I'm going to take a little bit more water, toss it in there. Again, evaporation. Just wanting to make sure. You see that cloudiness there? That's That's the gravy. That's the gravy. Stir that up. Things settling to the pan. Now here's me realizing an error. Yep, there it is. Had the wrong burner turned on. No worries. It was hot water. Now it's going to get even warmer. Alright, so let's get everything cleaned up that we don't need. Makes sense, right? Yep, don't need the breadcrumbs anymore. Looks like I'll need to make some more of those. Okay, yep. Get the seasonings put away. There's my patties. Little beef nugget there. That'll take like 2 seconds to cook. Alright. And I am not a fan of waste. And those breadcrumbs would have gone somewhere in the trash. So, rather than waste, we use. And nice thing about almost any form of meat, there's some moisture after it sits for a minute, so it might take up what you need. Right. Yep. There's that first patty. That was the thicker one. And let's go ahead and spread it over that. Press it down a little bit. Like I said, I'm not a fan of waste. Why throw something away if you can use it? That doesn't mean I'm a hoarder. That just means I like to use everything that I get. And here we go. Stirring up the gravy. Pan is still... Yep, kind of see that steam. Yep, there's the steam. There's the olive oil. Let's swish it around a little bit. You can still see it's quite liquidy. Yep, quite liquidy. But not like it was. So let's get everything prepped. Yeah. Wasn't going to use that pan. Just an example. Alright. Now we're plating it up. Like I said, you want to do your timing to where, you know, you can get everything placed to where everything's going to be hot when you're ready to eat it. So, what do we got? Let's go ahead and get our oil started. Yep. Those are going to take seconds to cook. Almost literally seconds to cook. They're very thin. They're bread coated. Oh yeah. They'll be done in a minute. Stir up the gravy. You always want to keep stirring your gravy. You don't ever want the bottom to become scorched. And it can very easily and very quickly. Very easily and very quickly it can become scorched. So keep stirring it. Depending on how fast you need the gravy up. Depends on how high you turn the temp up. If you need it quick, turn it on high and constantly stir. If you need it in a little bit, turn it to medium. Stir every minute or two. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Gonna get us some coffee. Ha 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 ha. Good coffee. 3 scoops. Check how black that stuff is. Uh-huh. Yeah. It's some dark coffee. And again, this video is sponsored by no one. No one is paying me to do this except for my stomach and my paychecks from my actual job. Although if I can get you guys to contribute on whatever platform is out there, we'll get that started. Alright, so it's not thick enough, but it's getting there. Not thick enough, but it's getting there. So swish it around a little bit. Yeah, there's the rice. Swish it around a little bit there. Okay, where are we on our heat? Good, good. That's where I want to be right now. Alright. Just being nitpicky on my cleanliness. Don't mind me. Yep, stirring it again. Stirring it again. Again, you always want to stir your gravy. You don't want anything to scorch. Unless you enjoy burnt flavors, in which case, yeah, go ahead. It's all up to you. Kitchen's yours. You're just getting some real-time cooking from me. Taste the rice, see how close it is. Yeah, we're getting there. Getting close. So you don't want your rice to be hard still, but you don't want it to be mush. So I know a lot of you out there probably have a rice cooker or something that could do that for you. As you can see right in front of you, I'm showing you how it's done without it. Just a pot and a pan. Pot and a spat. Alright, so 230. Rice is going, or corn's going in. Gravy's getting close. And like I said, these patties aren't going to take nothing to cook. Nothing to cook. Now I'm going to put this first patty in just a hair too soon. Stir up the rice a little bit, swoosh it up. About to put that patty on. And you want your oil to be not quite boiling, but definitely easily movable, easily swishable, very water-like in its consistency. And gravy, swish it around. Now let's go ahead and get this burger patty in. Yeah, you can kind of see it bubbling, so it's not quite as hot as it needs to be, but it is getting there, and it's working towards it. Yeah. It's going to turn the outsides a little darker than the insides, because the burger patty likes to, you know, kind of form in from the exterior. So go ahead and let that boil up. And we are still waiting on that. Stir that up a little bit more. As you can see, there's no water pretty much left. It's all boiling out. And the rice is really close to done. Really close to done. So we don't need the measuring cup anymore. Toss that in the sink. And for those of you questioning where my dishwasher is, you're looking at him. So if you're in the same boat that I am, congratulations. You got dishpan hands sometimes. Alright, so swish up the gravy. Fork it up, fork it up, fork it up. Again, stainless steel, stainless steel, stainless steel for the gravy. Yeah, it's getting thick. Don't need to keep going with the gravy hotness anymore. Turn that burger patty over so I don't splash myself with grease everywhere. Except, you know, might get myself, but I'm not gonna splash it everywhere. It's a pain in the ass to clean. Alright, so get the corn out of the microwave. It is going to be hot. So if you got some fingernails, make use of them. Now, these are porcelain plates, ceramic plates, which means that you can put them in the microwave and get them hot. Alright, and you can put them in there for about 30 seconds, 20 seconds. They heat up pretty nicely. And as you can see, that burger patty's kind of trying to come up at the center. There's that little beef nugget that I was looking at earlier. Again, it's going to take like 10 milliseconds to cook. So take the plates out. A little warm, but not hot. Take the corn. That is hot. Put it on top of that. Try to keep it warm, a little insulated. And we've got that first patty, and she is done. She is ready to come out. Almost looks like Pac-Man, doesn't it? Beef Pac-Man. Beef Pac-Man. Alright, so we got that second patty in the fryer now. So what do we need to do? Yep. We got that other spatula used for the beef. So let's go ahead and get out a new spatula so we don't cross-contaminate too much. Get the beef flavoring and the oil flavoring in with our rice. We want that on the plate, not in the rice. So, rice is done. Turn off the oven. Turn off the stove. Either way. And now all we do is wait for that beef patty to finish. Yeah. It's cooking those outsides pretty nicely. Remember, this is the one that I put a little bit extra breadcrumbs on top, so kind of comes off a little bit on the side, but no worries. It's still nicely coated. You can see the grease right there. It's going to town. It's getting that thing cooked. And we are almost done. Almost done. Like a little skin on your gravy, I do too. I also like it in my gravy instead of on it. Right. Yep, gravy tastes good. All the seasonings have come to their full fruition. Let's get that patty out of the frying pan and onto our plate. Good deal. Stove's off completely. There's that beef nugget going in. You won't get to see it again, I guarantee that. Alright, now we're ready. So, move everything out of the way, get the corn off to the side, get our plates separated, grab our spatula for the rice, and let's go ahead and portion it up. Yeah, there we go. Decent amount of rice. Enough for a person to eat. Okay. Cover that up. That's going to go in the fridge for later. Eventually. Grab our patties. Try to do a decent little presentation. Patty off to the side. Off in the middle. Whichever way you want to go. Just look it pretty. Just look it pretty. Now let's go ahead and cover ourselves with some gravy. However much gravy you like to put on. I like a decent amount of gravy. Yeah, cover that bad boy up. Waste not, want not. Oh yeah, gravy, gravy, gravy. Okay. Pan has been emptied. Gravy has been tasted for the final time out of the pan. And I need something for the corn. Yeah, no, that's not going to work. There we go. Big spoon. There we go. A little bit more corn, a little bit more corn. There we go. Get that corn on there. There's your veggie. There's your veggie. And there is our final product. Looking good, looking good. Hey everybody. It's your Uncle E back with the food. It's good. Smells good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tastes wonderful. Nice and seasoned. Worked out well, didn't it? Hope you're eating some too right now. But as you see, you can make food simple as it can be. So I'm going to continue and eat this food. And if you just got done watching this, go ahead and make some of your own. But in the meantime, I'll see you next time. Enjoy.